award-winning Remarkable Results Radio podcast. Now, listen to a slice of wisdom, a concept, a sentiment, a theory, and maybe even a rant from one of your industry colleagues. For the record.
Hey, Carm Capriato here, and in just a minute, Vinnie Lucido from Co-Auto in Reno, Nevada will rant on how ego gets in the way of having an open mind. You know, many shop owners are growing their car count, for sure. Now, however, low car count doesn't have to mean low revenue. There's a low-cost way to increase efficiency and profit. FlexCheck Auto, digital vehicle inspection software. Savvy shop owners know that when you check every car every time, more sales opportunities are created. FlexCheck Auto takes the power of that inspection and it puts it in the palm of your hand. This easy-to-use, fully customizable solution is designed to operate on any Android device. Hey, try it for free for 30 days. Go to flexcheckauto.com to learn more. Hey, find the talking points for this For the Record Opine at remarkableresults.biz/F042. And as you know, the views and opinions expressed are those of my guest and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the author, sponsors, associates, or affiliates of LSTN Media, LLC. Now, Vinnie Lucido got some fire in his belly from the reactions he got after he made a social post on the value of yoga for his team. So I guess, as a yoga expert, he would have something to say about the value of yoga in one's life. His message has a three-pronged approach. Put your ego on check, let's stop judging each other, and check out the power of yoga.
All right, this is Vinnie Lucido for the record. It's time within our companies, within our business, within our lives, that we check our egos. Check our egos at the door every time we walk into our business. And I say that because in this industry, the automotive industry, since I've begun, there's been that ego mentality, that egoic rant, that facade that we put out. And I want to stamp that. I want to stomp it. I want to end it where it is because it's 2019, folks. Things are changing. You know, the world is adapting. And this topic gets brought up because of a group post that I made with our staff doing some yoga stretches. I didn't realize how much flack I would get for posting my guys doing a little stretching in this industry. By God, what I got to say about that is we're mechanics. You know, who needs some yoga and some stretching more than we do? When you go to respond to that with negativity, you've got to check yourself because it's really just a self-reflection of what's going on in your life. So anytime you build up this resentment for something, look inward. Look inward and see what's happening in your life that's creating this certainty or this egoic reaction to make negative comments. I mean, some of those negative comments were, you know, clearly you're not busy enough, or have fun with that. This is funny. Have fun with that. When's the Shop Avon party? Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. But why do you need to say those things? What's going on in your world that makes you reflect in this direction? You know, are you still selling Tupperware on Thursday nights is one of the responses we got. Somewhere there's a woman behind this. And here's the thing. I'm a yoga teacher. Yoga is simply a form of stretching. And the idea behind yoga, the entire reason yoga was created was so that you could sit still and reflect on yourself, so you can meditate. That's why yoga was created. So somebody could sit still without fidgeting and be able to self-reflect and go inward without the external body taking them out of their mindset. And in this instance, whenever I created yoga in the workplace, and you know, I taught some free yoga classes, just taking my staff and anybody who wanted to come in, we would do yoga on Wednesdays. I'd take them to my house, and I have a little yoga studio there. And those days, my techs were more productive than any other days. They felt good. They, in their bodies, they just felt pride. They felt well because their bodies are stretching. That blood's moving. The chi's flowing. And even a lot of technicians or shop owners that have grown up in this are going to go, what a weirdo. He's talking chi, he's talking blood flow, but, do your own research. It's a real thing. So my question here is to just have you ask yourself kind of where you've put the wall up. Where is the blockade? Why is all of a sudden yoga a female thing and needed for just women or that mentality of why can't it be for everybody? And it is. So in our culture, my technician actually asked me to do yoga that morning. He said, my neck's hurt. I need to stretch. Can we do some yoga, Vinny? I said, absolutely. That's our culture. So maybe it's not yours, but it's time for you to adapt maybe some new ideas and some new thoughts of where you might be able to take your crew or take your people if you simply open your mind a little bit. That's what I want to rant about. Open your minds. Come on. It's time. So I've been practicing yoga for 20 years. With that, now I'm a yoga teacher. I'm teaching yoga retreats in Belize. What are you guys doing? You're going to your shop every day. You're working hard. It's time to maybe wake up in the morning a little bit and do yourself a favor. Bend over, lean backward, do some basic stretching. One word, maintenance. Think about that. That word, maintenance. That's something technicians should understand probably more than anybody else. The human body is much like the car. Why have we not understood that? Why do we not understand that? Yoga, stretching, it's like an oil change for your joints. It lubricates them. So next time you see somebody doing yoga, maybe look at them and going, wow, they're doing a 30K, 60K. Even in our shop, we've recently supported sustainable agriculture through local farms and CSA boxes. So, we have our whole shop has a culture of health and wellness because we all want to live to do this for a long time, whatever it is we want to do. So with that, ask yourself, why do I stretch? Maybe it's because I want to lubricate my joints. Keep that motor running just like you do in a car with the human body. There's definitely plenty of material online for you to kind of resource. But there's a balance when it comes to your ego. Ego keeps us alive. Yeah, that's what is our flight or fight. There's much more to ego than what I've spoken of, but it's a self, especially a sense of self-importance. So we all have it, and it's just time to check it a little bit and drop your guard. Let the wall down. So, the ego comes from the most central part of the mind. It's primal. So use it where it's needed, but don't let it get inflated. Try to balance that ego a little bit with some self-awareness. So my rant here is just to look inward a little bit, find a little bit of self-awareness, and stop judging the outside world for what you think it is. Because we're all living our own lives, trying to just, skate through this life with health and wellness and hopefully positivity and maybe some extra cash along the way, So it's really important to just be self-aware and not judge everybody else. That's really what this comes down to, is judgment. Judgment gets you nowhere. We're all judging. You look out into the world, you see somebody, and immediately you've stricken up a judgment. And then the longer you're with those people, you tend to judge them a little more, either in a positive or negative way. Open up your mind, stomp the judgment, and try to look at people with a view of importance, because everybody's important out there. And we're all just trying to get through life and be positive. So anyway, find a balance to your ego. That's about my rant. I don't know where else I can go with this other than reflection. And typically when you're one that is judgmental or really throwing out all these comments about how somebody should do something, or why are you doing this? What is, when's your Shop Avon party? Or hoping none of your princesses break a nail is one of the comments I got when I just wanted to take my crew through a little bit of self-practice and self-awareness. To me, when you're making statements like that, you're not self-aware and you're not looking internally. So really dig deep if you're one of those people that thinks yoga's for women, or you're probably the one that needs it most. That's ultimately what it breaks down to. Look inward, do some self-reflection, find some balance within that ego, and make the shift. Thank you. Vinnie Lucido, For the Record.
Thanks for listening to For the Record from Remarkable Results Radio. Subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast listening app. Find all Remarkable Results podcast content at remarkableresults.biz. Remember, your learning curve never sounded so good.